Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the MPC Photo Gym, and we're continuing on the road to the Pittsburgh Pro, and I am here with IFBB Classic Physique.
Dmytro Krazhan.
Okay, if you don't know, he was your last year's MPC Universe Classic Physique overall champion.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So this is your pro debut?
Yes, and it's a big show where I decided to show up there, and I feel like I need to protect my overall title for amateurs and to win this pro debut.
So I'm assuming you're going to be doing the New York Pro.
Yes, yes, and this. I mean, I always tell to the Steve I need to keep the title at home.
Yes. So my father and Steve should be happy since we're representing both.
Both. Yeah, definitely.
All right. So you have an interesting story, obviously. If you can't tell from the accent, he's not from New York. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm originally from Ukraine. I moved to New York 5 years ago, right before the COVID. So I had a really hard time to change my life, and like the COVID catch me exactly in New York, and I had a lot of I would say changes in my life during this pandemic time, but as you can see, I feel like I moved to the really successful life.
All right, so how did you get into weight training?
It's like a really comic story, because before the bodybuilding, I did really long time the dancing. I was a professional dancer. And
what style?
Breakdance. I mean, obviously, I was always in the sport because my father, he's a professional boxer, and from like six years old, I started to do Muay Thai. Then I moved to breakdance, and like I'm always keep my shape, it's pretty toned. And at 16 years old, my best friend, he had at that time he had a body dysmorphia, and he's asking me to join him to go to the gym. I said, okay, let's try to do this, and it's from 16 till now, I'm on track.
Okay, so what I'm gathering from this is if somebody elbows you too much on stage, they better beware, because you could take them out with some type of martial arts.
I mean, like, it's not allowed, but like, you never know what's happening backstage.
He never said no. All right, so then the next question is, if you win Pittsburgh and New York, are you going to do a little break dance for us?
I mean, I know in the IFBB rules, it's not.
No, not in the routine. I'm saying when they hand you the trophy.
But when I hand the trophy, definitely.
All right, so you heard that. Okay, when he wins New York and Pittsburgh, he's going to do a little break dance for us. If he doesn't, I'm going to remind him right on the stage.
100%, 100%, GM, 100%.
Okay, so whenever you came to America, did you have a specific place you wanted to come, or did you pick New York on purpose? Or
I picked New York purpose because all of my family moved to New York 25 years ago, like my mom's family. So originally, the first of all, the 25 years ago, my uncle's father, he was Olympic champion in Atlanta, gymnastic.
Oh.
And he won the Olympian title in Atlanta, and gymnastic national team America, invited him and his family to train national American team in prep to the Olympic Games. And this is the original story how my family's moved here. And for this moment, here is my mom, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins. So big part of my family is here.
That's great. So your family's been pretty active, like, athletics and stuff, it seems like.
Yes. So like, I mean, it feels like even my mom, she's a professional trainer. So like, she's a trainer at the gym. So father is boxer. So like, I mean, I've never had any problems with exactly the sports.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you don't really hear many families that are all into athletics like this. So it was a good base for you.
Yes. It means like I'm always try to be active, and like I'm always happy to find something new for me. And the classic and the classic physique, I feel like it's a really good balance between the your social life and the gym, and you can stay on track with some like social media. It's like it's a really cool division for to be pretty successful everywhere. So because I feel like I like being more balanced of all of my community life. I don't want to be like just a 24/7 bodybuilder because, for example, one of the bodybuilders who really inspired me, it's a Jay Cutler. And Jay Cutler, he's like, his life is so intense everywhere. So he's a really cool bodybuilder, successful bodybuilder. He is really successful businessman, and his family. So he is really a cars lover. So yeah, and it really inspired me because I feel it's you don't need to stay locked in some room of just bodybuilding, and you need to inspire other people with bodybuilding, and also not just that.
Yeah, I mean, I've said for years that Jay Cutler's laid out the blueprint for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, what you do as not only as a competitor, but what you do after you're done competing too. I mean, he's a great person to follow. And I think Chris Bumstead's picked that up as well.
Yeah, correct. I just want to say that Chris Bumstead, this is the guy who inspired the millions and millions of people around the world. And he is 29 years old. He's like super big name everywhere. So like the supplements company, the bodybuilding, the social media, everywhere. So yeah, so this is really cool. This is the
kind of a funny story. My father had gone for his annual physical, and he had to do blood work, right? And he had some, I think it was Tony Doherty's gym shirt on, right? And the tech that came to do his blood work was like asking my dad, you know, are you involved in bodybuilding and stuff? And my dad's like, yeah. He goes, do you know Chris Bumstead? My dad's like, I'm looking at this guy like, it's the last person in the world I thought would ask. But he's like, yeah, I know Chris quite well. He's like, oh, I love him. Like, he's everywhere.
Yeah, he is definitely everywhere. So like, even if you're out of the bodybuilding, like exactly the competitor bodybuilding, you got to know this guy.
Yeah. Well, how's it going to feel competing in front of him this weekend?
It's a big honor, actually. It's a big blast for me. Honestly, unfortunately, maybe, or fortunately, I never compare myself to the pros bodybuilders, classic bodybuilders. I have my friend, he's from Ukraine as well, Kirill Khudayev. He's Olympian as well. And this is just one classic physique, what I could, the opportunity to compare myself to him. But the last time when I saw him, it was like a couple of years ago. So from that time, when I saw him last time, and from now, I put a lot of muscles. And it's really interesting how I was going to be like in front of these guys. Urs is going to be there, was the guest posing. So like with the top Olympians, it's and I can figure and for the future in advance what I need to change, or maybe I need some put muscle more, because you never know. I mean, I never had this opportunity, so now I will have it. So yeah, we will see the result.
Have you met Urs or Chris before?
I never met him.
Okay, so you will be next week.
Yeah. Every time when the Chris comes to the BAFs, I'm originally from the BAFs and training the BAFs. And every time when he's there, I'm somewhere else. I'm somewhere in the city. I have some clients, or I had some business stuff, or some like family stuff. But I'm looking for the Instagram BAFs Powerhouse Gym. It's like, oh my God, he's there again. I'm like not there.
Well, circle May 10th on your calendar, because you know you're both going to be in the same place.
Yes, exactly.
So, all right. So how did you get hooked up with Justin Miller?
So as I said, 5 years ago, I moved to New York, and my family lives nearby to the BAFS Powerhouse Gym. And it's the really, really, bad as I didn't know about existing BAFS Powerhouse Gym before I moved to New York. And I just lived a couple of months of the nearby to this gym. It's like, I started to looking around the gym. It's like, oh, it looks nice. I need to go there. And I drove to the BAFS. I opened the door and I look at all of these walls with all of these big names. It's like, what is the haven is that? I mean, like, I look at the guys around. I met the Sadi Hadzovic there, and I met George Peterson, and all of these guys. It's like, oh my God, I feels like, I mean, this is maybe not the place where I would like to work at, because I mean, I'm not so professionally. I feel professional because I used to compete, but not so
a little intimidating, right?
Yes. And like, I started to work out. I bought the membership, and one day I just asked at the front desk. I mean, I'm looking for a trainer. I used to compete, and I would like to try compete again in US as well. And the front desk guy, he's like introduced me to the Justin, and we start to planning to work together for upcoming months, but unfortunately, a pandemic started, and yes, I said I had a really hard time with the financial and all of this, like everything around. And the pandemic, at that time there was not a lot of shows, and we stopped the idea of the competing. And then with everything like getting better, we started to work together.
Okay, so here's a question for you: what was more intimidating, meeting Big Steve or meeting my father today?
It's a really controversial question, but definitely whenever we just stay in it discussing, it's like, this is the so big name, and like, I mean, can you imagine this couple of years ago? You can stay literally here and to speak with all of these big names and meet all of these people around. It's like, even, I mean, I still cannot believe now, but like, yes, it's a big honor. It's a big honor, especially for a poor immigrant from Ukraine, which to move 5 years ago, and just 5 years. It's like, it's not actually a lot of time. Right. It just, especially if you look at all of this 5 years, 5 years is like 2 years of pandemic and 3 years of successful bodybuilding story in my life. And now I'm here, and it's like, wow, it's the dreams come true. 100%. It's like, no doubt.
I tell everybody, I said, we never know when my father's going to show up. He has the schedule, and if he comes in, he comes in. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So you got lucky today.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm still so excited. I'm still like so surprised, and like still impressed with all of you guys around now today. And I appreciate it for the opportunity.
All right. So is there anyone you want to give a thanks to while you're standing here? Like maybe somebody in the back of the room?
Back in the room is my biggest support of my life, my wife's. Thank you so much, Olga. She's the...
Come here. Come on. She doesn't have her makeup done, I know.
Yeah, so this is Olga. This is my wife. She's like, a lot of people ask us how long we've been together. It's like 10 years. It was 10 years together. And like half of this time, like, she's like always supporting me. I started actually competing when we started dating, and she knows all of the bodybuilding road. And like from my first show, when I took the first overall place of it was that regional local show in Ukraine, till the last show overall title of national US competition. So like, it's a big road. So, and she's always supported me. Also, Justin, you can come here. And the Justin is also my...
Wait, I want to say something. When she introduced herself to me, as your personal media.
Yeah, she is actually my personal social media person.
And then she goes, and wife. I go, as soon as you said that, I kind of knew you were the wife.
Yeah, she's my content maker. She's definitely my content maker.
So how's it feel being with him?
Perfect. I don't know. I'm just so honored to be here, and I'm so happy about him.
All right, so they're going to have some stuff on his social media you can look at from here too, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so Justin Miller. Justin and I go way back. We're not going to say how far.
Yeah.
All right. When you guys met, what did you think?
I was always impressed with Dima, but he's impressed me more as I've gotten to know him. I've had the privilege of being around the sport for a while and working with a lot of different athletes. So after a while, I think as a coach, I start to appreciate the strong minds in the sport. Like, it's one thing to have physical gifts and to be genetically gifted for bodybuilding, But when I see someone who has that, but more importantly, has the mindset, he has the mindset of a champion. He's a guy that works really hard. He came here, to his country and builds himself up. He's very successful. He has good business, and he has a really good mindset. He's not going to miss workouts, not going to miss meals. He's a guy that is 100% focused on everything he does. So I'm honored to actually have such a great athlete to coach, not only his physical abilities, but his mental focus.
Okay, so after he won the Universe last year, when did you guys make your game plan for this year?
That day.
100%. Yeah.
As soon as he won, with Pittsburgh Pro, New York Pro. I actually at the photo shoot.
Okay.
With you the next day. Yeah.
Yeah, the champion shoot that some of you don't show up for.
Yeah, you win national show.
Listen,
gotta be there.
He's here because he showed up to the shoot. I'm just going to say right now, you don't show up to the champion shoot, you blow me off, you won't be standing here anytime soon.
Okay. I mean, to be there, it's a big honor. But so if you miss it, I don't know what you're gonna do in this sport. I mean, you definitely get it out of sport at all. Change to something else. Change maybe parkour or maybe something like this. I don't know, like a bingo. I mean, something like that. But
bingo, I like that bingo.
Yeah. So, but definitely not gonna be here.
But we had fun that day, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah. So, all right. Is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to?
Thank you so much, all of my family, all of my friends around. I mean, I want to say big shout out to all of my friends from Ukraine. A lot of people and not also my friend, all of Ukrainian people who support me. And I know how you suffer now and how you struggle with this difficult time. But even if I move to US, I'm always represent Ukrainian. I'm always say I'm Ukrainian, and it's a really big honor to be. For this moment, I'm a third classic physique pro from Ukraine, and I'm always be respectful to be the part of this nation.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
Nah, I'm just excited to see what he can do as a pro.
Yeah.
Very excited to see how he does on a pro stage.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
And also, of course, we got to throw out Bev's gym where I train DMAT.
Yeah.
And I train, my wife and I train every single day. So, of course, give a shout out to Bev and Steve.
Yep.
Best gym there is.
Yes. All right. So now you're here, and you can't get any better.
Yep. 100%. I mean, it's I put all of my legs everywhere. Mark's here, Mark's Bev's. I don't know. And he's what's next? I know what's next. Next is Olympia stage. Next is Olympia stage. This year, Olympia stage. We had a plan. We know that Generation Artists makes a movie about Olympia, and we got to be there. We got to be in this movie as well.
They'll be in Pittsburgh.
So we got to be a third time in the Pittsburgh. I feel like we need to stay. We're going to just stay here. We can next 2 weeks to stay to the Pittsburgh. And then we're going to do the film about Olympia. So it's no point to move back to New York. What's the point? Yeah, I'm going to stay here.
It's easy.
From New York, so you could do both.
Yeah. All right. So Pittsburgh Pro, May 10th and 11th. May 10th is when they're going to be on stage. Okay. If you can get there, trust me, it's a way better experience than watching the live stream. If you can't, do the live stream. But then when you're there, besides seeing the show, you can go meet Urge, you can go meet Chris, you can meet all the guest posers that are going to be there. It's always a crazy show. We've got some phenomenal athletes in every pro division, and you might see some new up-and-comers doing the NPC show, right?
It's a must. You can't miss that show.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Pro is the show. If you want to see, if you like seeing what the Olympia lineup, the top 6 look like, come here, see him.
Well, I always call it the pre-Olympia Olympia.
It is. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, the best guys in the world will be there, so
yeah,
don't miss it.
All right, so J.M. Manion.
Justin Miller.
Dmytro Krazhan.
Olga.
Signing up for NBCNewsOnline.com. We look forward to seeing you at the Pittsburgh Pro.